So these are some of the initiatives our university is taking. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, the institutional point of view, Professor Dr. Gauri Sharma has explained the national education policy, the digital transformation, and the implementation and the results. So this is what is we expecting. And nowadays the people are discussing about the national education policy and its merits, demerits and all. He has given a correct example of the implementation and the results. So very thankful information, sir. Thankful to you. The next question is, how has blended or hybrid learning changed the role of faculty from content delivery to mentorship and felicitation? So my question is to Subrato Ganguly, Senior Manager, Business Development, Meritto.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for the esteemed panelists, the panel speakers here, and to our dignitaries here. Well, looking at the blended learning or the hybrid learning, that I would say I jotted down few points. I'll look at those few points and I'll just speak. Right, they have no doubt significantly contributed, right, to make higher education in this country more accessible, more flexible, and learner-centric. And if we like observe, right, at the academic rigor, that has also increased. Well, if you look at the hybrid learning or the blended learning, they allow institutions to extend learning beyond physical classrooms, enabling the students to access lectures, resources, and assessments anytime and anywhere, right? So this has improved inclusion of working executives, professionals, students from remote areas, as well as those with diverse learning needs. From a pedagogical learning perspective, blended learning, it has encouraged active and experiential learning. Classroom time is used for discussions, problem solving, simulations, and case-based learning, while digital platforms, they are helping to handle content delivery, revision, and self-paced study. So this has resulted in deeper engagement and better learning outcomes. If you look at the hybrid models, that has no doubtedly strengthened continuity as well as resilience. The institutions, they can ensure uninterrupted learning during disruptions while maintaining campus-based academic culture. So overall, no doubt, the blended and the hybrid learning, they have shifted higher education from a rigid, a one-size-fits-all approach to a more flexible, scalable, as well as a outcome-focused learning ecosystem that is completely aligned with the NEP 2020 and the global best practices. In terms of the faculty, the blended learning has changed both in terms of content delivery and facilitation. I myself have seen, even my cousins and many of my colleagues, the content that is being delivered through short lectures, digital readings, as well as the resources are very much curated. That has allowed students to learn concepts at their own pace. Classroom time is then used for discussion or case analysis, with faculty acting as facilitators rather than one-way lectures. Faculty also use continuous online assessment and learning data to identify gaps and has provided target mentoring. So overall, as I said, it has helped faculty focus less on repetition and more on engagement, application, as well as skill building. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Dr. Subrato Ganguly, Senior Manager. So he has narrated the hybrid model of education system. So you know that in the initial stage of COVID-19 and all, so we are started thinking about mobile. Then we were never allowing our kids to take care of the mobile and all. So now everybody is having that mobile, and the knowledge is in their hands. And similarly, whatever the knowledge we can have, now there are hybrid model systems, self-study system, and there are a lot of things are there. So with this informative information, I am moving to the next speaker, Professor Narendra S. Chaudhari, Vice Chancellor, Assam Science and Technology University, Guwahati. Sir, what governance reforms are essential for universities to respond swiftly to digital disruption? Government disruption. Disruption.
Yeah. As far as the higher education is concerned, Government of Assam has already formed in the higher education department the specific task force for implementing NEP 2020. After the task force, series of events for implementing NEP 2020 have been conducted by the government. Review is taken from the meetings in the Vice Chancellors and senior officers of the university as well as leading institutions by Honorable Chancellor and Government of Assam. In fact, the next meeting is scheduled. I think some universities at Divakaran, Upper Assam, that meeting has been conducted by Honorable Chancellor, I think last week or this week probably. And next week, we'll have another meeting at Guwahati University. So, government has been, in fact, pushing a lot. As far as creation of the infrastructure is concerned, e-Samarth, all of you probably might have heard about, has been now adopted and now had been made mandatory for implementation and adoption of the digital technologies. The advantage of one single platform would be the government will be able to see the progress and monitor the progress in a uniform way. Secondly, it will also facilitate. In fact, Subrato Ganguly ji has already mentioned about the blended learning, and blended learning is one of the important efforts which Government of Assam has been in fact emphasizing. As far as Assam Science Technology University is concerned, being a technological university and having the jurisdiction all over the Assam state for maintaining the uniformity and improving the quality of the technology education, with the support of government, various laboratories, high-end laboratories, have the construction of them, updation of such laboratories have been initiated, and we are happy to say that the top engineering colleges like Assam Engineering College as well as Jorhat Engineering College, the students, our students have been doing in fact a great job by contributing as entrepreneurs, and about 5 to 10% of them are going abroad. They have got in fact the
merge the physical reality with virtual reality. We go to the extended reality and we try to connect with people across the world. And researchers today, they have to see how this extended reality can be capitalized for their research work. And in case of extended reality, we find, that is my humble submission to the August gathering out here, that we can use the avatars too. Nowadays, the DPs which we put it up in WhatsApp or in some other areas, we use the avatars. Now, these avatars can be customized and they can be put in the extended reality to elicit information, elicit knowledge for learning knowledge as well as for research. So the need of the hour is that we have to go for the immersive centers. And if it is being funded from any side, whether it is from the government side or from elsewhere, we have to see that there is the need of the immersive center in all areas of education. Because I feel that there is the concept called metaverse city. Universities are going to be converted into metaverse cities. And this metaverse city will really come up when we understand as how we can go ahead in the immersive center. And those universities who do not have much funds, we can reimagine as a cuboid immersive cuboid. So we have to think and we have to do it for ourselves, whether we get funds or not, otherwise digitally we'll be in the backyard. So I feel that these things will help us a lot in the university system. More so, we also find that there is need to understand amongst us as human beings in the capacity of the physical reality, but when we go for the metaverse, because we know that the universities are academic enterprises under the NEP, the National Education Policy, and we have to convert these universities into metaverse cities. More so, it is also required that we have to adopt the digital twins. If we have a replica of certain things, this will give a way out for building up certain things that will help us to find out in the digital twins. And the digital twin, one is the replica of the other, and making the comparison between the actual and the standard, the variance can be analyzed and accordingly steps can be taken to reduce the variances either to plus or for minus, but we will always opt for the plus sign. In a university like us, which is comparatively smaller than many universities, we have built a robot, a humanoid robot. And this humanoid robot has been named as Maya. And we use Maya for delivering our classes to have one-to-one interaction. And also we see that there is need for taking the institutional social responsibility, and as such we carry Maya to the nearby schools, nearby colleges, so that they also have a stint of understanding what is Maya and what the humanoid robot does work. We are using the humanoid robot for delivering lectures to our students too. And we have developed a cuboid, immersive cuboid, which we are using it for our teachers, our students, and also for the people who come and want to take a look to our immersive cuboid. My humble submission to the august gathering out here to understand that universities are not only made of brick and mortar, but universities need to take a leap round in this era of digitalization, and we have to see and we have to collaborate with our colleagues, with our institutions, different institutions, specialized in different fields, and accordingly we can take the best of it and exploit the advantages to our advantage. This is the submission which I want to make on this special occasion.
Thank you very much, madam. Research, innovation, and global engagement, she has nicely narrated with her experience, like introducing the implementation phase and also helping the nearby institutions. Like our ArdorComm media group are collected together over here to demonstrate or the informations pass on to each and every one of you from Pan India. And now we are thinking about the digital era, and we can have the collaboration like Harvard University and D.Y. Patil Mumbai University are together offering degrees like MBA and all. So like that way, all over the world and in India, as well as now foreign universities are interested to collaborate with us for research. Earlier the research will be in area wise, our district or state, but now it has started globally connected. You can collect the data from Canada, New Zealand, Australia through your partners. So now I'm moving to the next question. Does digital higher education truly democratize access, or does it risk deepening existing inequalities? I will little bit elaborate with another question. What strategies can ensure that students from rural, remote and marginalized communities are not left behind in the digital transition? My question is to Dr. Alicia, Vice Chancellor, the ICFAI University, Meghalaya.
Good afternoon to each and everyone. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, sir, for the question. How would we take this into the, not leaving the students from the rural communities? Now, if we just go back to, we never thought about it. So let's go back to COVID. Pre-COVID, we never thought about the internet in the rural areas. But with the COVID-19, what we have seen is that each and every student has to have a device, be it a phone or a computer or whatever. That this is the time. Personally, I will say that COVID is the one that thrust us from that physical mode to the online mode. Because during that year, we started online mode, online distance learning for our students, even from kids of class 3, class 4, right to higher education. So at that point of time, from then on, government, be it at the state level or at the central level, they have started to ensure there is internet connectivity for each and every village. Now, this has taken place, and I think more than 64,000 or 70,000 villages have come on the internet. Now, why this is important? Why is it that we need this internet connection? Because there are many students in the rural areas. They do not have the means to come to the tier 2, 3 cities or the metros for education, but they can access them. Because through the internet, now the online form of education by the teachers, say if schools or higher, particularly the higher education, if we can extend our classroom teaching beyond the working hours, particularly for students from the rural areas, because we cannot close our eyes to the very fact that many of the students, the youth in the rural areas, they are working during the day. They have to supplement family income. Because nowadays in the rural areas, they have the phones. Phones is no more a luxury. It has become a necessity. Nowadays, it seems that phone is a necessity. So since the days of the COVID. Now, internet connectivity is the one, internet is one that would bridge the gap between the rural and the urban. Because it helps those who are in the rural areas to access study material. If you have classroom, you have to give them study material, they can access it. And at the same time, one student, if you have a classroom from different villages, that means if we take higher education through that, you have students from village A, they will access maybe material from one source. Student from village B, another. So this brings in a kind of coming together, and this builds among the youth critical way of thinking. That is also there. Because if one student will say, this is what I learn, and student B will say, this is what I learn, definitely there would be a kind of a discussion, virtual discussion, because they will not be there, because as we have said, how to bring them here. Because it's impossible for all universities, higher education, to pay for accommodation, fooding, lodging of the students. That has to be borne by the parents. And if the families cannot, then we can reach out to them through the online learning. That is why importance had been given by the government also for this, the distance education. Government, IGNOU is one of the method or one of the platform that you can see that many students in the rural areas have become educated. Now, if we trace back here in IGNOU, there are students who cannot clear their 10th board exams in those. So what they did is they did the NIOS, where they could clear the 10th board exams through certain semester wise. But now this is how they get them educated, not only literate. Now we have to see the defining line between literacy and education. There is a line between. Now, literacy is merely knowing how to read and write, but education is one that teaches them everything. And when we say education, be it rural, be it urban, let's say for higher education, we teach our students a holistic education. A holistic education is the need of the hour. Academics, industry, and most importantly, ethics. Now, when you talk, as he said, how do we bring in again those students from the rural areas? Can the government have some schemes to support some students? Say some students from the rural areas who perform so well in their school leaving certificates or the higher secondary. Will someone step in to sponsor such students who cannot afford, sponsor those students, sponsor their education? Now, these I have known in Meghalaya, one organization had taken up one of these in the border area villages between, that is in the war area between India and Bangladesh. Now, that particular organization, because they had come and asked us for some help, so we did help as the university. I'm not talking from the university, I'm talking from that organization point of view on how to raise education in the rural areas. Now, when they came, they told me that, Madam, many of our students, they drop out once they are in class 7, 6, 7, 8, 9 and all. They dropped. They did their groundwork and found that it's because of financial constraint. So what they have done nowadays is, in the month of December, they conducted a kind of a scholarship examination for students of that particular area. For some of the students from some of the villages, I think about 15 to 20 villages under that. Just a minute, okay? Now, what they did was they conducted exams, and those students who cleared, they sponsored them a kind of a scholarship. So that is how we integrate them into education. It may be small, but that small step taken by them, they are able to sponsor about 10 students initially, and now this year they are planning 15. So every year they are extended. They could help the students. So we should not only depend on the government. As visionary leaders here in this podium, let us also do a bit in bringing that and ensuring that we help students from the rural areas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. This equity, access and inclusion area, the digital higher education, she has emphasized the point related to the digital enhancement, like that Kerala government has given Wi-Fi to each and every house over there. So that is very essential for the amenities has to be there. In like Northeast, so we are some of the areas still we are struggling for the internet connectivity in a free and in the uninterrupted connectivity, but the government is taking part of that. Then Madam's visions will be in place very soon. So now I'm going to which provisions of NEP 2020 do you believe have the strongest potential to accelerate digital transformation in higher education? The question is to Dr. Sagar, Onkarrao, Manjare, Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University, Meghalaya.
Very warm evening to the learned people. Every technology has their own pros and cons. NEP have given us the opportunity to utilize that technology and digital transformation in our education. But my statement is eye-opening to all of you. Please concentrate on the statement. Whether we are cautiously using this technology or not. Recently, I come to read one study done by the Dr. Horton. In his study, he concluded that the thing which not happened in last 1800 years is happening today. The IQ of the students or learner from the age of 12 to 24 is reduced by 2%, which is not happened in last 1800 years. The reason given behind, he identified the reason. The short videos and short notes which are readily available to the students, the learner is the main cause for this decrement in the IQ of the youth. If we talk about the digital transformation in the academic administration, yes, it is needed. We welcome it. We all know the pain of filling the data, NRF, NAC, ASH, AICT, PCI, and other councils. But making the clarity to the stakeholders, to the government, and a mandate to us, definitely it's a welcoming move. But we teacher, I am saying we teacher are not adapting the digital transformation in a real sense. NEP have given us the flexibility of 40% online learning. We are very happy in that. Our 40% work get reduced. Student can learn from NPTEL, Swayam Plus and any other portal. It's not none of our cup of tea. In the school going students learning from various apps, whether they are the compassionate citizen, they will become the compassionate citizen and society contributor in the future. This is the question. Because for today's comfort, we are compromising with the quality and we are using this digital transformation, a very good terminology, as per our convenience. I may have a different opinion from all of you, but I have seen a lot of examples very closely and experienced the things in reality. Just one very that heart-touching news is revolving on our social media. 3 sisters from Allahabad, age 12, 14, 16, committed suicide. Due to Korean games. How we can monitor that our students are not using these digital tools for any other use, for any other purpose? How many checks we can make to avoid such utilization? We can learn from our peers, developed country. They have limited the use of digital technology in academics, particularly in learning. We can learn and we can alert ourselves. Otherwise, we can't predict the future. None of the technology in the world is permanent. Everyday technology is changing. Technology is changing in the speed of the light. But what can make, which technology can make a human as a compassionate human, a contributory human, a good citizen? We can think in this way. NEP have given us, as per the question of our panelist, they have given us the liberty, 40%. Lot of the knowledge is flooded on the internet. But again, we are making some mistake. According to me, I am not seeing everyone through one single glass. We are making a mistake in understanding the information and the knowledge. When only Google was there, we are searching for the information, not for the knowledge. And we are converting that information into the real sense knowledge. But now, students are searching the knowledge, limiting their brain to interpret the information. That's why the IQ is reducing. So this is the alarming situation for the entire world.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, highlighting the merits and demerits of digitalization as well as the NEP. So I'm quickly moving to the last speaker, and I request you to give the concluding remark also, because we don't have any time left out. And the question for you is, if you could recommend one strategic priority for higher education leaders navigating the digital era, what it be and why?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, the chairperson. Organizers are signaling there is no time, so I'll close. But this is a very important points. Especially, I like to talk about higher education, let's say in the research. I'm not very sure if somebody is from the industry, it may not be very useful for you. But those who are from the academics, now the whole concept of research is changing along with the introduction of digital technology, specific the AI. Like during our days, we used to go for the literature survey or literature review, it took to take months, years actually. Now suppose in a particular area, suppose when I take my students, let's discuss what is your area of research. We sit it, then instantly within 5 minutes he'll bring out, because fortunately our university has subscribed for, I don't know how many of us know that, Web of Science and Scopus. So as soon as in a particular area, suppose we discuss in which area he's going to do the work, he'll just search it there, immediately it comes out in the whole list of publication, actually. Within 5 minutes, everything comes out, and who are the people has worked globally since for last 20 to 25 years, everything is, within 5 minutes we are getting. So basically the whole concept of research is changing with the introduction of digital technology. So in fact, other day I was arguing with one of my colleagues. Sometimes we say that digital technology or the AI is destructive in the sense that creativity of the people are decreasing day by day, as also mentioned one of the mentors, one of the experts. But at the same time, my argument is like that. When I was a research scholar or my supervisor was there, he used to get so much time to prepare his sort of class materials or these things, research proposals. Now instantly we have enough time actually. The whole sort of responsibility of the teacher is now changing with the introduction of AI actually. Now knowledge is enough, we don't have to provide the knowledge to the students. Now only thing is how to bring the innovation, like in our application of the digital technology is more important. For example, I'll give a small example about NEP implementation in our institution. Like I'm working in the Nagaland. One of the important things, what I believe in the NEP has done is, the ABC, the concept of ABC actually, which has basically changed drastically. Like our universities, and not only our university, all the universities has introduced the ABC concept. But then, I don't know, some of us may have been knowing that, or I'm not very sure. Like suppose the Swayam platform is giving the opportunity to take the credit, but then when Swayam has realized that people are not going for the exam, actually, there are so many people are registering for the Swayam platform. Even the last July, I think more than 45 lakh students has gone for the Swayam platform registration, but only 9 to 10 lakhs are appearing the exam. Then the government realized that the government has initiated the Swayam platform for success, for basically everybody to study, under the Swayam platform, but somehow it is not getting, the success actually. So government has changed the policy of the Swayam platform. So maybe let me just share the policy, how it is changed now. Now students they can go for the registration with the Swayam platform. They can do the courses, everything they will get it, and all the material they get it. The main worry is students is not taking the exam, because normally they prefer the exam to be taken in the department than rather going to some particular station and appear the exam. Now government has made change the policy. Now if a student wants the exam to be taken in the department or in the office, on your particular university, they will allow that. For example, recently in our department, like I work in the chemistry department, some students, around 15 students opted for a particular paper, but then there's last moment they have decided that they'll not go for the exam. So department has to conduct the exam. This is part of the Swayam policy. But ultimately, students are getting the materials from the Swayam platform. So these are the small changes actually, can basically change the whole application of digital technology. I'll not take the time because I know you are looking at me, you are asking me to end the talk. So I'll not continue, even though I have so many points, to share. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much. The reimagining, imaging higher education, the digital era, transformation, trends and pathways. Concluding here, and thank you very much. Thank you. And Ardor Media for this opportunity, and on behalf of everyone, I'm expressing our sincere thanks to all the organizers.
Thank you very much. All right, to honor your present speakers and the moderator, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Kumar Chandananam to felicitate everyone, and all the RT speakers are kindly requested to move forward with your RT sessions towards the other hall. We have, first of all, Professor Dr. Prakash Divakaran, Vice Chancellor, Himalayan University, Itanagar, who was a fantastic session moderator. And we have our speakers, Mr. Subrato Ganguly, Senior Manager, Business Development, Meritto. Thank you very much. Professor Dr. Gauri Dutt Sharma, Vice Chancellor, University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. Professor Narendra S. Chaudhari, Vice Chancellor, Assam Science and Technology University, Guwahati. Professor Ajanta Borgohain Rajkonwar, Vice Chancellor, Assam Women's University, Jorhat. Dr. Alicia Gatphoh, Vice Chancellor, the ICFAI University, Meghalaya. Thank you very much. Dr. Sagar Manjare, Vice Chancellor, Mahatma University, Meghalaya. Professor Divakaran, Pro Vice Chancellor, Himalayan University, Meghalaya Campus, Lumami. Professor Divakaran, Pro Vice Chancellor, Nagaland University, Meghalaya Campus, Lumami. Dr. Sagar Manjare. Thank you very much. That was indeed a very insightful session for your sessions. Thank you very much.